All right, we're live right now. You got ETs coming up?
Thank you everybody for coming out. It's been a nice night. I'm glad we did this twice. This is episode 908.
Litt finally gave away packs. You guys got in on that, right?
I got lucky, man. I let Uncle Lemur know I gave away 97 packs tonight.
Congrats to Spooky, Bone, myself. Lick gave us all packs.
Everybody got 25 packs in here. I'm done. I retired.
Stupid.
I was gonna start a seed bank. I had 300 packs waiting, but I gave it to my peoples.
What up, Lauren? What up, Cindy?
Lauren, what up? Cindy and this motherfucker. Cindy, this weather been terrible, man. I think we should move.
Are those clips I'm seeing from right now, like the hella water and shit?
Nah, that's what I've tagged. See, it just shared it in here. It was in the queue. I shared it to mine, but it shared it here now.
I saw this chick get off the bus and she got taken from the water.
West Coast. That's wild.
Twisted, you got to change your logo, man.
Nah.
That's why I wasn't getting it, because it looked like parental discretion. So every time I was getting it, I just look at the envelope like.
Oh, that one, yeah, on YouTube.
Yeah,
that was originally just my personal YouTube. So I lost my other one.
It's gonna start pouring them around night and all weekends. Yeah, this shit's terrible, man. It's all bad.
Uncle Lemur's got a nice pool.
What about
1,000 gallons in the pool right now.
She said it's gonna start pouring tomorrow and all weekend. Damn.
Shit, Uncle Lemur, when they build them data centers, they ain't gonna be 1,000 gallons to use. Yeah, enjoy your time. Hey, when they done with them data centers in about 10, 15 years, shit, water gonna be the price of gold.
It's funny because my daughter was yelling at me the other day because I was like, that's not a bad song. What do you mean? It's AI. It took 2 liters of water to make that song. What? I was like, what the hell did you just say to me?
So smart. These little kids, man. I'm telling you.
They said it took crazy. Huh? What up, Jax?
Tino was in the car with Kimber, and I was like, all I'm gonna tell y'all is what's the dude name from fucking Terminator? John what? John? What's his name?
I don't know. I can look it up. Hold up.
Main character.
I'm bad with movies.
It's on the tip of my tongue. It's on the tip of my tongue.
The son. The fuck was his name?
John Connor.
Hey, yo, I was like, I ain't gonna blow up Tino live.
I gotta bounce, man. I'll be back in a little bit. My phone about to die.
God damn, brother. Right. All I said was John Connor. This motherfucker put Travolta. Oh my god. I was like, all I'm gonna say is John Connor. Tino daughter is in the back seat, like, I just watched that. That's where AI came from.
That's where AI came from.
Oh yeah, Tino at the school meeting. He might be late, might not be here. That house supposed to be here. Stupid frost. See, look at this shit, man. This can't be life, man.
What?
I'm talking about. We got to figure out where these weather machines is. Shut these bitches down.
I'm sure you can find an AI app that'll do it.
Careful what you type into there.
Right.
Might get you on a list.
On a list, your ass might just come up missing. Shit.
Put us all on another list.
Right.
I'm gonna just stay in my little bubble, you know. you guys do your shit. Let me get jiggy over here, you know.
I can't get jiggy with that shit.
Listen, your bubble costing a gallon of water a minute. Oh, they voted to include 3 data centers. Shit. Run. Ain't gonna be no water for that pool soon.
Under a frost advisory tonight, supposed to get down to 32. What the fuck?
Right. It was like it was like 90 degrees 2 days straight. Then it went down to 40. I said, shit, we already in hell.
What is going on?
I'm still surprised you guys get winters. I'm not used to that.
Man. Y'all gonna be getting them soon.
Don't say that, bro.
No, that's the reality of what this shit happened. Give you another pointer. You live by the coast, move inward. Because through history, if you go to the edge of any country, it's a whole nother city down there. The edges go first. I'm telling you.
Hey, Maui's on the edge.
Yeah, I saw somebody else post that. Kyle Bush.
The edges go
What up,
first.
Betty? T. Groots. Weather's definitely got its own personalities going on. That's for damn sure.
Kyle Bush passed away today. Undisclosed news.
Mother Nature's going through menopause, having heat flashes and then getting cold.
Right. Nah, that bitch tired of us. Just think one day somebody gonna be reading an English book like, this is a forgotten language.
I mean, it's just because it's like there's many ways for us to get reset, but just which one's gonna happen first.
That part, right? I think we're gonna do it there ourselves.
So I could see how civilization could get like super advanced and then all of a sudden crumble underneath itself and then reset.
That part.
Is it going to be AI? Is it going to be TikTok? Or what is it going to be exactly? We don't know.
We know shit. Terminator.
Coming for so.
Terminator turns into the Matrix.
That part. We already in the Matrix. Shit.
Not yet. Not yet.
Nah, we here. I'm telling you.
See? Oh. See?
John Connor.
Trouble making John Connor as we speak. I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's go. We're just talking about how we're all doomed. We're just kidding.
We just voting on who's going to bring the next reset, whether it's going to be AI. What was the other one? AI,
natural disasters, a big one.
Disasters,
natural disaster.
Or little hats.
War.
The next reset is gonna be the people.
See? Yep. Look at all these weather patterns. This shit ain't the earth. Shit, this man doing.
Why is my computer not working?
Every morning I come out the house and I see them goddamn chemtrails in the air.
How's those chocolates tasting?
All right. Here we go. Yeah, so if you want to talk about the impending reset, that's gonna be can be done by the people, to the people, because people are starting to wake up. I fucking, as a joke, check this out. As a joke, I just posted this funny thing about flock cameras and like the value, and like I called it urban mining, and the motherfucker has hit 560,000 accounts. I've gotten like 1,000 followers from it. It's fucking ridiculous. It's like taking the fuck off. Every time I open the Instagram app, it's like I got a ton of new like notifications and shit, all based off of a post about a flock camera.
Don't worry, I told you what they doing with that.
Doing with what?
So these motherfuckers go to hitting them flock cameras, they're gonna come get you as the ringleader.
Well, I looked it up. So I was actually pretty curious. So I did look it up and I did an initial like AI kind of search of like the value of it. But like just the solar panel alone is $250. It's a 200-watt solar panel. The camera, and it's so people were asking like, where's the GPS unit? GPS unit is attached right to the side of the battery, and then it's got the circuit boards, got the camera lens. Those things are actually pretty fucking valuable, like when you break it down.
Shit, I'm already putting together teams for the data centers.
Not to be confused, guys. I'm not condoning the destruction of flock cameras. It's for informational purposes only and entertainment.
Right.
I seen that one guy that gets the gold off of like computer chips and stuff, like electronic shit, and then he mines the gold from it.
Yeah, like all that stuff. Like for instance, there was a bike share that went down a couple years ago in Seattle, and they had like 300 or 400 of them. And so, put the bat signal out to the tweakers, because they all had Raspberry Pis in them.
Right.
You could do some crazy shit with that if you know how to use them.
I ain't gonna say if you stick the copper from the flock cameras in your garden, your plants grow bigger, but
you're talking about the Raspberry Pis?
Yeah, like the little, it's like basically a little computer, right? Or like you could tell it.
Yeah, exactly.
Certain things.
Yeah, you can do so much with the Raspberry Pi. Like people that have like a background in computers understand what it is, but they so basically they were on the streets of Seattle and nothing attached to it, so they were technically abandoned. So it was like it was free for you to do whatever you want.
Oh, see, they already stealing the flock cameras. So okay, we good. Now tell them to get ready for Madison.
Like I said, I'm not condoning it, but there's a lot. Like I'm surprised on how much like precious metals are in the motherfucking thing for such a small unit.
Just know they care more about their flock cameras than the people.
Dude, another thing too is crazy is the unit itself. The cost of the unit itself is about like selling to the city for like $1,200 or whatever. No, $25,000, and then it's like $2,500 a month per camera. After that, it's like the markup is fucking crazy.
So they got a version of them here, right? They on the fucking stop signs.
Like, I'm surprised they're that low.
Yeah, they're low. But they in the good neighborhoods. Like,
well, I mean, I guess what it is the people are starting to kind of like wake up and realize like where shit's going. Now, it's scary because it's becoming a reality really fast, and I think that's probably why that post took off and went crazy. It went ape shit. It's probably the rate that it's going here. Probably by the end of the weekend, it's going to have 1 million views.
Think about it.
Wild.
Think about it. This like the age of like the veil done dropped. Everybody really seeing shit for what it is and how the brainwashing them took effect on everybody. Everybody waking the fuck up. And they already knew this was gonna happen, so they already implementing little shit like where they could confine us, man. Like this shit is really.
Ultimately, we'll see what happens and where it goes. But what's going on with you guys?
Yeah, I got a good army over there waiting though.
Oh, army is like I'm in like the best recruiting area ever. I'm right there off of Aurora, so I got quite a bit of tweakers and shit ready to go rip some shit down. But yeah, Spooky,
yo,
you put outside yet?
Put out 5 what? Oh,
have you put any plants outside yet?
Oh, no. Well, I do have a couple plants outside. Just like 3, nothing crazy.
Yeah, I saw a post from Dope Guy. He put out earlier in the week. I was like, damn, that's pretty bold.
Yeah, he was saying because I think he was waiting for some stuff from you. He was like asking me about those, and he said he already put it out. I was like, damn, it's early.
I thought he was. He had about like 20 plants out. I don't know if they were autoflowers or what. I didn't really listen or read the post, which I probably should have done. But I eventually watched it.
Yeah, I
visually watched it.
Towards the end of the month, this month, May.
Yeah, everybody told me wait till.
What up, Farmer Don?
Because motherfuckers put out plants about a month ago when it was nice for 2 days. Them bitches dead.
That's pretty bold. Who did that?
A few people here. I see them online. Do it for the grocery store. Like, I told you, stupid motherfuckers, Memorial's Day. I told you, stupid. But the way this weather is, like, look, we just had 2 hot days, right? One day it was 89, the other day it was like 98. Now it's back down to 37.
Yeah, I mean, typically, like, I don't know what it's like where you guys are at, but we usually put out starting the second week of June, second week of June to the beginning of July.
Yeah, June 1st. Same here, Cindy.
Lulu is looking for Spooky Who.
Let's go, Lulu. Lulu's the GOAT. She grew some of the.
Oh, I put an H in there. My bad. I butchered your name.
Lulu. It's Lulu.
Lulu.
It's Luhu. Her name's Cindy. Her name's Cindy, and it's Luhu. Little Cindy Luhu.
Cindy Paul.
No.
That's what the like to the end of July.
She grows some Monster Outdoor over near Rochester, not Rochester though.
She close.
Yeah, that's Litt's neck of the woods.
Yeah, she got them trees. She had the one plant that shit was bigger than Spooky on Tino's shoulders. She was behind. Remember, she was behind that motherfucker. We couldn't even see her. I didn't even know
yeah, that's right. I didn't even know she was in the picture.
Right, I'm looking at the picture 8 times. Like, yo, this is bullshit.
Picture right now.
This is bullshit. She was in the picture.
Yeah, I got the list from the people that signed up. I got rooted clones in both the Root Riots and the Rock Wool.
Don't worry about Terp. I told him you sent me his already. He good.
Yeah. So I got some stuff. So some of the outdoor guys, it was stuff that we ran that we thought was okay. And I figured I wanted to run it outdoors. So that's why I'm gonna give a bunch of free clones away because stuff that we ran indoors and it was good. I felt like if it got natural sun and boosted the terps, you know, it would be a hell of a lot better. So you guys are gonna get some pretty cool crosses on when you guys signed up. I think it was about a month ago, 5 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago. But they'll come rooted and they're gonna be about 8-10 inches tall. So you guys you're gonna want to harden them off by putting them under some shade cloth and getting them prepped and ready for outdoor. But you should be good to go.
What up, Tino?
Hey, Sunday, I ain't even know that was your account. I've been looking at that name like, who is this?
Not yet, Thomas. Not yet.
Man.
File.
But yeah, it's gonna be a pretty fun season. We got I got a lot of Boneyard and Tino genetics going outdoors this year too. That's gonna be pretty fun to watch.
I gotta show this.
I'm about to put your shit out there. In the house, I got 9 of them motherfuckers.
His drop.
What'd you put out? What'd you put out?
That dual OG.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I got that and that
Wait, hold on, let me show this.
strawberry cough.
There it is.
Sheesh.
Look at the other ones are reaching for them power lines, man.
Right. I need that good old copper. I'm telling you.
This one has the Panama in it.
Yeah, look at the back one there. It's praying. Those leaves are praying to the sun.
Sturdy. No reinforcements. The motherfuckers holding themselves up.
Oh man, look at the stock on that.
Right. That's a tree.
That's awesome.
Right.
You can master the stock though. You can get some good like hollow stem with the good root uptake. You know, like
Shit.
Oh yeah, Chad.
I can make a walking cane with that motherfucker.
no, look, no, I have one that I just made a straw out of it. Look, what up?
Was it already hollow?
Yeah, it's already hollow.
Why do plants do that in house? Certain strains.
I think it's better uptake, no?
Yeah, it depends. Like if you have like major expansion growth, like really quick growth, it doesn't build up the fibers quick. So it's almost like a direct line. You see it a lot in hydroponics where the stems are hollow. So like you'll cut it and it'll could like bleed almost, you know, squirt you in the eye.
So one of the traits I seeked out when I was did a little hunt of mine. I like the one with the hollow stem.
She said they always get huge by the lines. I'm telling you, they're reaching for that electrical. Look at, they're stretched in that direction. If you look at them,
Yeah.
they're like, we're going for the power.
You guys know why, right? Why they're doing that?
That field.
What's that?
The field has been generated.
Yeah. So there's around power line. There's electromagnetic field that radiates off of the power lines, and the plants also respond to that. Like as an example, if she were to stick, say, like some copper or a few other things around the plant, it would probably stimulate it that much more because the electromagnetic field that's around power lines. So that's like for instance, during like electrical storms and this and that, and the atmosphere is electrified. That's why you get like goosebumps or your hair will raise and shit like that. It's because of the electricity that's in the air.
Hey, stick the damn copper with a zinc screw on the top of that motherfucker down by that stalk, and that motherfucker be 3 times.
The main thing, you can use a galvanized pole. They say you can use a galvanized pole, jam it in the ground, and just have a copper line going up it, so it gets the conduit from it. And have that copper go. If you have a fence nearby, you can run it right down the fence and everything. My neighbor does that.
You do comparison grows with that shit, and that shit, the bugs don't touch your plants. Like that shit generates a field, man. Like you don't have pest problems, and that shit is all old world tech. Like that shit ain't nothing new. Motherfuckers was doing that shit 1,000 years ago.
Tom, did you see Thomas's comment?
I'm chopping my autoflower across banana cake runs. Photos I took today before I harvest her. Initial photos. Check. Let me check.
Yeah, there's Doug's got copper pipe wrapped in a copper wire. Yeah, no, it's you could take a stake, you could take anything. I mean, you could take old copper wire, wrap it around. What it's doing is it's just picking up on the electricity. Some people are crazy and they be fucking running electricity through their garden. I don't recommend that at all.
I've seen him in there with the gun.
Fucking sapping it, all that dumb shit.
When
you really supposed to pull it, you pulling what's in the air already, man. Like it's already a field in the air. You just harnessing it. Like I'm not gonna even understand the technology, and you could take the copper, bullshit stick of it.
Joe's got a good point here, or Jose. If you can go by you can go by construction sites and all that shit. They're always got scraps of wire. I mean, you might have to strip it like a tweaker, but you know, if there's a will, there's a way. You'll get it done.
You can get that little bullshit copper spool for $21 and wrap it around the little sticks and accomplish your goal. Like,
yeah. I use magnets for the reservoirs though. You guys ever done that before?
Nah, what's that? I never heard of that.
UFO actually talked about that with me and Spooky once. That was the first time I ever heard of it, and I tried it.
Yeah, so something like, for instance, I haven't really fully explored it, but my partner's got like stones and shit in the spot, and like, I mean, I get it, but also too, thinks I'm kind of crazy because the reservoirs have magnets. So when the water, we usually do clockwise water circulation, and with the magnets, what it does is gets the electrons all facing basically the same way.
The UFO was saying that he takes magnets and puts them on where his hose hooks up to the thing. He has these giant magnets, one on each side, and it creates that magnet through the water just from watering them.
I don't know about, because the water's coming out pretty quick, so I don't know how effective on that is. I know that if you got magnets at the base of it and the water's spinning, right, it's gonna change the polarity of it.
True dope. You must be new here. I have a Faraday cage.
That's Doug's copper spike.
Let's go.
Faraday cage around your plants. That's awesome.
Nah, it's around my house. It's
actually it's a good idea there, West Coast. Yeah, structured water is basically what it's called, but I'm gonna look it up real quick just to make sure.
See, people don't understand what copper does.
Copper, like you guys, as an example, copper is a natural microbial. So, like, when you go into hospitals and you see all the stainless steel, right? All that should actually be copper.
Yep. It was the reason why the original infrastructure, every house was copper. It purified the water. It kept us from being sick.
So you guys, here we go. So it says basically magnets use strong, focused magnetic fields to temporarily alter the physical properties of water molecules and dissolve minerals. Proponents claim that the water that improves hydration and plant growth while being widely used to soften hard water without salts. I could see that being used a lot on the East Coast because you guys have a lot of hard water over there. So instead of forming stubborn, sticky chalate crystals that cling to pipes, the minerals undergo a phase of transition to form argonite. So you can use inline pipe magnets that are clamped or strapped directly to the exterior of a copper or PVC main water lines or garden hoses, a vortex funnel, or magnetic coasters and plates. But I have magnetic plates, that I have this sitting on. So
So Doug was curious about this. I'm not sure. He is thinking the copper pipe, when he puts it in the ground, is it going to change the pH, throw off his pH at all, or?
Nah, I haven't seen. Everybody that I see do it outside doing good. They organic, so.
See, I don't know anything about
soil.
That, so.
I haven't seen nobody do it that runs salt or cocoa. So I'm not sure about that. But I've seen people do it with fruits, vegetables, and they do comparisons. Like, you look this shit up, there's a difference. Like, motherfucking shit is 2-3 times better than the control.
Okay, so this is what we got going on here. Copper rapidly corrodes in water with a pH below 7.0. But when the water is acidic, it breaks down the copper lining and leaches metal particles into the water supply, causing potential health concerns. Blue-green stains on fixtures. However, the leaching of copper into your root zone is actually super beneficial. So anybody that's ran like Mills or used Super Thrive or a few other types of chemicals like that or nutrients like that, one of the things that's in there is copper, Baron. You know, it's got all the kind of the metal micronutrients that you need.
Yeah, because the thing I was looking into, they were saying that shit, the only thing you have to replace is the zinc rod because that degrades. But that's after a year, 2 years, I think they said.
So here we go. It says copper is an essential micronutrient for plants, like I just explained. While it stimulates the healthy growth, regulates the enzymatic activities, and aids in chlorophyll production, it is only required in trace amounts, which is probably what would be equivalent to the leaching. It is vital to use the right balance, as too much copper can easily become highly toxic to your plants. And so the copper activates the enzymes needed for your lignin synthesis, which builds a strong structure of plant cell walls. So what we got probably a couple things doing is acting like an antenna, but also since it's in the ground, it's also getting wet, eroding, and then leaching down into the root zone. Oh, here's something for other people that struggle with pests. So copper is a natural repellent of slugs, snails, and certain soft-bodied pests. So like your soft-bodied pests consist of like, spider mites, aphids, all that type of shit. And so here's what we were initially talking about is electroculture. So many gardens use copper wire coils and stakes, electroculture, to passively attract atmospheric energy to stimulate the soil microbes and boost overall plant size and vigor. So I think what we could do is we'll plant them a little bit apart, and then put a copper coil in one, and then down the line not have one, and then compare the two to see if there's any difference.
Badass. I would stay tuned for that.
Yeah. So what we do is anybody in the chat that wants to participate in that, then we should do it. We could all do it together. Hank, yeah, I saw that. I sent her a message. I think I sent her a message to congratulate her. But yeah, she's on her second story. She's out there killing it. That's awesome.
That's dope.
It's always good to see. Like, it's always good to see your friends win. So like, I've known her when she just had met her when she just had a small little grow operation, and just entering the Boston market, or like Massachusetts market, with just a grow. And that grow has been able to, obviously get larger, but been able to now move to the next steps and get retail outlets to distribute what they're growing. So it's a pretty cool, fresh connections out there in Massachusetts. A really cool story, and everybody that's behind that brand is actually really good people.
That's dope.
Yeah, like genuinely good people. Like it's her and two other partners, and they're killing it. They got, obviously, they know how to grow. They know what they're doing, And so, not biased because there's some in-house in there from time to time, but you know how it goes.
He said they got the best flower in Mass.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, I believe Hank's been out there. Yeah, I think he's been out to the place. Pretty sure.
Hank said,
but
he's been there multiple times.
Yeah. So so here we go. It's like, so practical uses in the garden. You can use it. There's a liquid fungicide products like liquid copper. There's things that you can get that have copper in it that you can spray your plant and will give it protection. But submerging copper wire in water provides natural antimicrobial properties, keeping the water clean of bacteria and fungi. So that's actually pretty good to know. I didn't ever really thought about that. I know that copper's got natural microbials, but I never thought about sticking a copper pipe into the water. So that might actually.
And we should be drinking out of copper cups.
100%. Yeah, we should be drinking out of copper cups. Like, if you guys have ever had like a Moscow Mule or something like that, those are all they make those in copper cups.
So replace water with Moscow Mules. I bet.
The mojitos is in the cups too.
Mojitos, they're putting mojitos in there now too?
Yeah. That's the way they're supposed to be done.
Oh, Boneyard here. What's up? I didn't even see you come in.
Yeah, I'm just sitting back listening, trying to catch up on the conversation.
Yeah, we were talking about. So we were just checking out somebody's outdoor from last season, and it was sitting under some power lines, and we noticed that the plants were kind of basically leaning and attracted to the power lines. So we started looking some stuff up, and we were talking about copper and how putting copper out in your garden and its benefits. And I was just kind of reading some stuff off. I was using my words. Using my words, guys.
You
word user.
Yesterday, when you guys did the raid over at Slaughter's, there was a question that I wanted to have him ask y'all, because they had a guy, one of their friends, that has some kind of something going on. Whenever his plants get ready to go on the flower, a couple of them will not flower, and then the innards of the, like where the new growth is, comes out like a mustard yellow color on all the tops, all around. Just a couple different plants, not the same, not all the plants in the garden, just a couple, and then it like spreads, I guess, like it bounces from plant to plant, and then it only starts growing buds. It only starts growing buds when he tops it. So when it starts getting like the yellow, it never buds, but as soon as he tops it, it starts getting buds.
I would probably, first things first is actually
outdoor too.
What's that?
It's outdoor greenhouse.
So to me it sounds okay. Look, first things first is that characteristic screams out russet mites, right? Or hemp russet mites.
Right.
The anytime because like during the veg stage, the plants will be really resilient because they're getting pumped and loving life and all that. So you could have, but when the change begins to happen, because the russets basically hide at the base of the leaf, and then as you start to form buds, they turn this like yellowish color. They're really small, and I think what he's doing is he's cutting it off and getting rid of like where they're kind of attacking, and then the new growth kind of takes over. Now that takes like a 100 times or 100x kind of microscope to see those little fucking bastards. I would say, like, get some wettable sulfur and use a couple rounds of wettable sulfur in the veg, and then wash that off and clean that off, and then put it out and see if it does it. In addition, sometimes it's best to, when you're gonna, so if it's not that, but sometimes it's best to, when you're transitioning from, if you're on bottle newts from veg stage to bloom stage, to give it kind of a little bit of a flush, right? One of the waterings with just pH water and a little bit of H2O2, and let them kind of pull the rest of the the NPK through, so like the nitrogen and all that, and then begin your bloom regimen.
I think told me that the guy is like soil and amendments, so he makes like his own type of soil, super soil.
Okay, so either he's having an adverse reaction to something in that soil when it begins the bloom phase, or that, like, to me, when I've only really seen like small, gross looking buds and kind of mustardy color, and not really look all that great, and it's a sign of a type of russet mite. And the best way, effective way to get rid of russets is wettable sulfur, micronized sulfur rounds, and then backing that up with some beneficials after you get a handle on it. Because that's what I'm thinking, is if he's cutting it up and then it corrects itself, he could be just getting rid of the population on that particular stem of bug, But it's like growing, so it's almost one of those things where it could be just about fucking anything, But what I always suggest is start a checklist and start going down that checklist. So if you start seeing stuff that you never, an anomaly or an issue, you got to go back and think, did I bring new plants in at some point? Did I get a clone from a friend or whatever? Did somebody from another garden come over and visit me and I was showing it off and they were walking through, touching the leaves and touching the plants? Like you guys would be surprised on, like, if you were to put a microscope on your clothes and see how much like pollen and everything that your clothes kind of attract. And if you go into a garden and it's infested, you can brush through the leaves and all that shit, and those eggs will transfer onto your sleeves. And all it takes is transferring and brushing it over. It's just kind of like some of these bugs will attach themselves to like a fungus gnat, or and hitch a ride over to the next spot.
Right.
Joseph said, "Burn it all."
He said, "Burn it all." Huh?
Burn. Yeah.
I was hoping that they would have had some pictures and stuff, because I was asking. I was like, "Well, it's not. It's you don't see no bugs, or you probably haven't looked, or maybe it's like a time release." Because I know, like, I've had
top dressing
the nutrients in my cocoa up so high that the shit just start turning crazy yellow. You know what I mean? Like crazy. I was like, what the fuck is going on with this shit?
Yeah, I mean,
took a ppm reading off of some runoff, and that shit was like above what my meter could read.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm getting at, is if you go through the checklist,
right,
and you're checking off one by one, so that way you're not chasing ghosts. See, the problem, and we've talked about it numerous times on here, is it's always one of those things. It's like a trap that growers fall into. So as an example, you come in and you see a plant struggling, and you think it's a nutrient deficiency, so you change up your nutrients a little bit, you kind of baby it, realize you don't really get any results, and then you spray it. You find something that you say that you might think it is, then the plants respond to that spray, right? Even if you're just spraying, say, like neem oil or something like that, the plants are going to react to that. And then they think that reaction is a bigger problem, when in reality the plant.
Yeah.
What's that?
I've seen that happen to a lot of people that try to counterbalance it and end up with more issues.
Yeah. I remember somebody was like, "Yeah, I just sprayed Azamax, and in 2 days or 3 days, I'm gonna back that up with Nukem." And I was like, "Absolutely not. You're gonna fry your plant." And He was like, "What do you mean?" I said, "The Azomax is an oil-based, synthetic oil-based pesticide, insecticide, and the Nukem is going to react with that, and vice versa. It's just like if you use wettable sulfur, right? You know, use wettable sulfur, you can't use an oil to follow that up. You're going to burn the shit out of your plants and more than likely kill them. You know, and so that's what happens is you fall into this trap because the plant is responding to what you sprayed on it to heal it, and then after a few days, it snaps back out of it, and then your plants begin to look a lot better. One thing that I like to do and recommend is it's always best if your plants aren't too big is to take them outside and take like a heavy mister from your hose and basically just wash that plant from base to tip, right? And get water flowing through there. It gets rid of like you're no matter how thin you think shit is, there's always particles that are flying around. Also, if you're in your grow room, you got skin that's coming off of you, like all that shit accumulates, and you got air movement, and your plants are like sponges, so it's gonna pick it up. But
I remember
usually like
you had Secret getting in the shower with his plants.
You know what? Funny thing is let's get Secret. Well, next time, let's get Secret on here because the shit worked, didn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Secret was like, everybody thought I was joking when I told them. I was like, dude, give those fucking plants a shower, you know? And the way that how I came across that is my mother-in-law back in the day would take her plants and fucking put them in the shower and wash them off, you know? And I thought that was the craziest thing. I was like, what the fuck what the fuck? That's wild. And then it actually makes sense because basically you got to think of a leaf as like a solar panel, right? And as a solar panel, so if you have a dirty solar panel, it's not going to be nearly as effective, right? If you have a damaged solar panel, it's not going to be very effective. So what does dust do? It covers solar panels. And what do bugs do? They eat the leaf, right? Which is going to take away from the effectiveness of that solar panel. And so that's why I think a lot of people freak out about bugs when in reality, you're never going to get away from bugs. So you are forever on this path of management and managing these bugs. I've had it where, you've harvested and you got all these bugs on basically one leaf because that was the weakest leaf that they could go to munch on and eat, while the rest of the plant was healthy enough to kind of fight it off with its natural, its natural growth, right? And so that's where, like I said, if you see a leaf struggling, it's always better to just go ahead and pick that leaf because that leaf isn't necessarily going to get any better. So feel free to pick that leaf off and staying up on cleaning up. But also too, when you don't be afraid in veg, especially to mist your plants, like turn the hose on to the mister part, and it'll break up the water molecule, and get up in the bottom and up through it and on the top of it, because the water molecules are gonna break up through that mister, so it's gonna get oxygen to the leaves. It's gonna do pretty good wonders. So even just spraying just like a water and H2O2 goes a long way in veg. It doesn't necessarily always have to be a feed. It doesn't always necessarily have to be an IPM treatment,
So these pictures came from John of all trades. I'm not sure what he's got here. He didn't say. He just sent pictures. What you got here, John?
John of all trades is that guy's been killing it for a while. Palpatine Pressure Vader OG times Sugar Pie. That's a pretty plant.
I like that one.
Pretty plant. Hank needs autos. You kind of strike me as an individual that would need autos. You know, like when you like the idea of growing but don't want to fully commit, autos is like is your thing. You know what I mean? I mean, it makes sense, right? Like you don't have to monitor it. You don't have to worry about when do you flip it from 12 to 12, right? You pop the seed, watch it, make sure it doesn't have any issues, and then the thing just kind of does its thing, right? And then you get these really cool, really ornamental buds on it, right? That aren't really all that good, but since you grew it, they're the fire, they're the best, you know, right? I mean, I just watched somebody that's pretty popular on X, basically talk about how autoflower is getting on par as far as quality with photo periods. And it's like, what is up with these people with big followings and just jumping on here saying shit that is not even remotely true? Like sometimes you'd wish like you could put an account on timeout for stupid shit, you know, including myself. Don't get me wrong. I probably fall into this category. So yes, I'm not excluding myself, but we should have like a democracy vote where it's like everybody comes and is like, you know what? In-house is fucking out of line. He needs to be put on timeout. You know, he's on a 20-minute timeout to think about this, right? So that way, the post, you actually got to think about it, maybe answer a questionnaire like, you know, what mind were you in when you wrote this? I mean, all that kind of shit. But yeah, when I saw this guy, he's dead serious. You know, of course, it's a semi-influencer, so he's got to be in his car, act like he's coming from an event, and he's like, I couldn't tell. And it's like, you know, like, you got to be kidding me, you know?
Is this real? Are you being real?
Well, I was just like, I mean, I was waiting, you know, I'm pretty sure I didn't watch it long enough, but I'm pretty sure he was probably polishing off an auto breeder or something, you know, right? Like get the packs while they last. I just didn't get that far into it, you know, but you know, it's like, yeah, but I think, and also too, was that you crosses your mind, like, am I being rage baited right now? Right. Which is something that's real and that could happen, you know, right? Like, you know, throw out some stupid shit and see what comes back.
See who bites.
Yeah, mainly John Law Trains, mainly legit. Fucking with the blue lobster right now. Messing with that. Yeah, well look, it like autos is kind of like owning a moped, right? I have been also too this I own a moped, right? Okay, so autos is like kind of like a moped, right? Fucking fun to ride, but you just don't want your friends seeing you on it, right? So like autos, right? Autos is the same thing. They're fucking awesome to grow. You're gonna get great results. You just you're just not gonna tell your photo period friend what you're growing. You get what I'm saying, right? Like you know, we are working with autos. We are having great success with autos. Just kind of hesitant to, you know, be like, you know, and, you know, open that conversation. You know what I'm saying? Right? Because you're like, oh, man, didn't know you were homosexual.
I'm going to cut off Twitter.
Now, in all seriousness, though, look, the cool part that I'm looking forward to, like on autos, a real deal, though, is it's going to come.